All right, hello there. Gonna be doing something, I guess, a little experimental at the request of one of my viewers. So basically, just gonna record myself, kind of a relatively uncut version of things. Just to do it, basically. This is actually something I thought about doing myself previously, but it is extra work, and it's not something I thought anyone would really be interested in. So to get it like specifically requested, it kind of made me rethink whether or not I should try. But anyways, I'm gonna open up the Dota mod tools, kind of get started. I just got a shortcut to it, so I don't have to launch it through Steam. Although it was actually, I originally did it because there was like a bug that was keeping it from being launched. Basically, I think I had to set it to run as like administrator or something to get it to launch. Although I think within a couple of days it got fixed. But yeah, anyways, this is the @set browser. Montreal Rock is a broken file now just because I never used it. It was in the example I had, but I never actually committed that. But anyways, actually, and let me. Okay, yeah, so just adjusting my microphone a bit because it was a little awkward with where it was. Yeah, let's see, what local changes do I have? Oh yeah, so this Erbs map 2 stuff is basically Kara sent me like some files previously. This was for debugging purposes. I'll go ahead and delete these. I think the map files should be checked under version control. Oh, this was something. I probably don't need it. Okay, and then yeah, this is also part of the Erbs 2 map. I'll go ahead and switch these. Some changes I made to upload one of the debug builds. Y offset, your position +10. Oh, that's just like some more info. I don't think I need that. Settings, I think I can probably just revert for now. I'm gonna be doing a merge of Kira's branch soon, just to get that in here in a more official capacity. I don't think there's anything important that changed here, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. I can just open up the map to see if anything rings a bell. I'm pretty sure that just by opening a map file, it edits it, which is not what I would have chosen. Just because that having destructive reads, right? I don't know. Destructive reads might be the right word for it. Basically having it get edited just by opening it is, I think, especially bad for things like version control. My guess is that there's just like a timestamp somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what would have been edited. Yeah, my guess is that there's like a timestamp somewhere in there, or timestamp, and that gets updated when you open it. Actually, I'm just gonna test that theory right now. So I'm gonna roll it back. So in theory, I should have no local changes right now. And now I can go back here, reopen the hammer, reopen that file. and it looks the same to me. Okay, so there aren't actually any changes here. What if I build it? Yeah, I've seen that error a lot. It doesn't seem to mean anything. Okay, so now the map is loading. I think I have the debug thing on. Okay, I think the VPK files are basically compiled files. It's honestly something that maybe shouldn't be checked into version control. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it. So I guess I did make some kind of edit. Maybe it was just something really trivial. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so this is also just what the boxes kind of look like in action. I do feel like they might be a little too big, because like if I were to stand here, right, it's like hard to see what she's doing. Right? Like from the right perspective, it obscures a lot. So I might try to change those to be like a little bit flatter at the top, like maybe not have anything. But anyways, yeah, so just the VPK file has changed, so probably it is actually respecting the compiler stuff, or at least not editing it on open. Okay, but gonna undo that. Okay. Oh, main maybe? Okay, yeah, it still throws me off some that they changed the default name for branches. Actually, I should have checked out dash work. Okay, dash does work. So dash, with like Unix, or I guess more specifically Linux stuff, Unix is probably the same. Let's say if you change directories, you can do cd dash to go back to where you were previously. And so I did git checkout dash to see if dash just makes you go to the branch you were at previously, and it seems like that's the case. So I'm just gonna, I was one commit ahead. I guess not. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this real quick just to do a merge request. Or I guess I could keep talking. Oh no. Actually, I'm not gonna do the merge thing quite yet. Importantly, I'm pretty sure the documentation is still pretty out of date, so I'm not gonna do that. But something I think I will do, just merge Kira's stuff in. Okay, it should be that. Just a git, not capitalized, git merge thingy. Sure. There's a chance that was never pulled, so it wouldn't have a copy of it locally. Alright, so basically, I guess just to get to what I was planning on trying to do today, basically is making prefabs for some of the stuff to make the map work. So actually, let's just open up. Or no, I guess the hammer tool's already open. So something you might see here, if that's visible enough, is this like info target entity with like the name map corner. There's like some documentation on how to do this in the repository right now. Go to docs and go to map requirements. But I do think it could be a little bit more convenient. Because like right now, basically the way the map works is it looks for these map corner entity info targets, and it uses those to figure out basically which area needs to be covered by fire. The issue being is that at some point I might want to change this. The other thing is that I feel like it's a smaller ask to like make a prefab out of something. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and the bigger issue to, or at least a big issue and like an important consideration here, is that because these map files are binary files, they don't play nice with version control. So if I can like factor out more things, then if I ever need to update it, I can just update this file and not worry about merge conflicts, which is something I would need to worry about otherwise. And basically what happens then is you just have to pick one of the files to keep, because Git just has no way to put them together in a way that would make sense. Anyways, I think if I write group, okay, let me just like this. Selected objects, main world offset or center on origin. I think I want center on origin. New prefab, and we'll call this map corner for fire logic. I do really like self-explanatory names, and okay, so that actually seems to have converted that to a prefab as well, which is convenience. Can I just center? No, that would be too easy. I was hoping that I'd be able to just center on this in the view. Like there's maybe some way to do that, but if there is, I don't know it. I'll just go ahead and delete that. And go over to prefabs here. Change the mod to be just mine, so it should just be like two things. Can I? Yeah, I'll just make this bigger. Okay. So I think that should do it. This is player start, info target, drops. I'll keep like this for now. So F9, and then I'm gonna have to build it because anytime you change the map, and also save it. Anytime you change the map, you have to rebuild it. For a map this small, that's actually not a huge deal. For like the actual like real map that Kira made, it takes a while, at least on this computer, to build the map, which is unfortunate, and also, or I guess a little bit unfortunate. It's not that big of a deal. Oh right, so the other issue I was gonna address right now is that right now, if we go to where is it? Game mode.lua. So this is where the fire logic is. It would definitely make sense to put it in its own like file basically, just to keep it out of here, but that's where it ended up. I think so. The issue right now is that the map that Kira made, it has both varying elevation, and the elevation I think just baseline is a bit higher than on this debug map. I'm pressing the slash above the enter key to open the console. If you enter the restart command, it just reloads the map, so it's very convenient for debugging. Now that the fire is going to be lower, I expect to see the fire very quickly get to about half of the screen, or not. Oh wait, there seems to be an error in here. Okay, I'm going to look back at the settings file because it could be that and me changing stuff things broke. The tick time is that, DPS 30. I'll just use 1 for now. Map cover time is half a minute plus 5 seconds. Let me check. Okay, so 99 in game mode, which is actually 77. So G99. So apparently something with this math. I wonder if using the prefabs meant that it didn't find the map corners right. Okay. Gonna print found a corner. And then off in the middle for with corners. Oh, actually, if it got to 99, that means it did find at least one corner. Okay. But anyways, gonna restart it. And yeah, so one thing I'm doing right now is trying to intentionally talk most of the time, because I suspect that the way that I'm going to upload this is just by using some amount of just voice activity detection types. Oh wait, attempt to perform arithmetic on global firewall max x a nil value. Okay, and the other thing is it printed out done with corners without actually printing out anything. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the hammer. If you don't count as an entity target anymore, or target info target thing, that's gonna be very unfortunate. So it is info target map corner, but maybe since it's a prefab, it doesn't count anymore. Okay, I'm going to undo. Alright, let's escape. Can I escape? I'm gonna try to get out of this. I haven't. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm just gonna hit Control Z a few times. Until that's okay. I'm gonna rebuild it. And basically I think that if I only see one of those printouts for finding the info target, what that's gonna mean is that for whatever reason using prefabs doesn't actually work, which makes this a lot more annoying. Because then I won't just be able to say, oh hey, you just throw that prefab in there. Okay, let's look at the console. Found a corner and then done with corners. Okay, so that is not what I wanted to see. So I'm going to take a look at the arguments for the method that I'm using to find everything. Find all by name. That seems kind of unambiguous. Yeah, the thing is that the Dota documentation is not very good. By not very good, I mean Valve seems to have done basically none of it, and so some very dedicated people in the mod Dota community. Have basically taken it upon themselves to provide this like documentation website, which is very nice. Find all by model, find all by name, find all entities by the name. There's an array containing the enemies or the entities found in it. Oh yeah, so what I was kind of hoping for was if there was something that might be like search recursively or something else like that. Yeah, so this is kind of where probably the best thing to do is just to ask around some on the Mod Dota Discord about this. But someone might just happen off the top of their head. There's a lot of people there that just have like stored up knowledge. Although I do want to do a little bit more poking around, because something I noticed is that the name of this thing is Map Corner. And I don't know what the name of the other one is. Okay, so this one doesn't even have a name. So I wonder if that's the issue. Maybe the name. But yeah, you know what? Corner. I'm gonna name it Map Corner. I'm also going to edit it. I think I need to. Actually, you know, I'm gonna save this. I'm going to open up this prefab just by itself. And I'm going to just copy paste change this. Copy. Oh. Selected both of them though. Okay. Yeah, copy pasted a few times. Because basically what I want to see is if the prefab has multiple things in it. And now I've given this prefab, the name that I want. Does it just count as one entity? Or now that the name is Map Corner, will it like count once for everything in the entity? Actually, I need to hit F9 to build. Yeah, and so this is actually, fairly common to do. And what I mean by this, I mean just kind of experimenting a little bit, just to like run some tests, do a little bit of science, because that's kind of just what you got to do when there's not any documentation. And okay, let's see, how many printouts do we have? So we have only one found a corner. Okay, so I would have expected there to be more. Yeah, because it actually, let me clear this out and restart just to make sure that I'm getting everything. Yeah, what I would have expected to see was at least 2 found a corners. Yeah, creating item, and then 1 found a corner, and then done with corners. Okay, let me look at the code. This should be entities, find all by name. Maybe prefabs don't actually count as entities. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me because previously, when I was trying to figure out how to generate the essentially the lava tile, this is what I ended up making. It's a prefab. If you like walk into it, it starts dealing damage. If you walk out, it stops. I implemented that with some modifiers, but originally my plan was to just spawn these around the map. But what I was finding was that there's not really a way to spawn prefabs. You can spawn entities. So like these boxes, I believe, are technically entities. Just as an example. Here's the. Yeah, I'm a little worried because, like, you see, this could this basically is entirely covered up due to the perspective. That's a problem that will need to be addressed. But anyways. Okay. Like I was unable to basically replicate the little pad thing because there's just no code to do that. I think it's just like baked into the map, and so it doesn't count as an entity. And so actually I wonder if there's some sort of like find prefab by name, maybe. Let me look at the API. Find by class. Oh, these are entities. Let's look for find. I think base NPC is also some type of entity. Scene entity is probably isn't it. Given an entity reference. Okay. Can find path. Yeah, none of this stuff looks like it would work to me. So I think for now, I will give up on basically give up on trying to do the prefab thing for now. I do think I'll ask a question on the Mod Dota Discord just to see. But for now, in the interest of moving along with this and not just waiting on stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and revert the map. So I'm gonna close this out just to make sure. And this is why we use git. Let's see, I can go ahead and delete that too. It's not gonna be useful. Go to maps. And this vmap file is the pre-compiled one. And I roll that back, which if you were doing on the command line would just be git checkout file name. Which I will admit that's a little bit confusing, that checkout is what you use both for switching branches and for kind of reverting files to their previous state. But that's just kind of how git is. But anyways, I'm gonna reopen this, and also I'm gonna need to rebuild it as well. Yeah, so I'm just gonna build, and you can see there's not 3 entity things anymore. And once we load back in, I think we should see the fire, because I think the code shouldn't bug out anymore. And it should be at the right height. Let's see. I think it was set to take. Yeah, okay, so now we can see the fire. Yeah, so basically, what I'm going to be doing today, then, or at least the main thing I'm going to be doing today, is just basically adding an extra entity. Okay, press H to hide that. Basically, that's what makes the shop work. I think I'm going to also need to add that to character path. I think that's the stage, so I don't think I can really hide that. I'm gonna copy paste and move that here and rename it to fire elevation marker. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to this code here. I don't need this anymore. But what I will do is change this to firewall elevation equals nil. Gonna copy paste this. And actually, I'm just gonna not use a variable for that and just paste this method call in there because I don't need to do that. And then fire elevation marker. Let's see, so I should just need to do firewall elevation dot, or I guess equals origin dot z. And I think if I do this, actually, I'm gonna, just for demonstrative purposes, yeah, okay. I'm I can do demonstrative stuff later. So firewall elevation. And I'll just print for now. And fire to B, and then origin.z. And now if I restart this, I should still see the fire. Actually, while this is loading, I'm also gonna edit the settings, just to change the like timing on this, just so it'll go faster. I'll just change this to 15 seconds for now. I mostly want that for later. Actually, it might be in the floor. Yeah, I think maybe the texture is like exactly level with the ground. And so it is not visible. Okay, what did you find the elevation to be? Or maybe it's nil. Maybe did I mistype the entity name? Fire. I'm just gonna copy that. Fire elevation marker. I didn't think I misspelled that. Doesn't seem to have changed. Oh, did I rebuild it or did I just restart? I don't remember, so I'm gonna rebuild this. Okay, yeah, I didn't rebuild it. Yeah, interesting. So something that actually, I don't know. So something that seems to be the case is that there's a lot of cases where like these scripts won't throw an error, which honestly is like really good for like production purposes, kind of bad for development purposes. Because you know, in production, when something's deployed, you really want it to just work and keep working. Okay, cool. Yeah, so now this particle is visible. But for development, it's useful to be able to see that stuff broke. And there isn't an error message here, although this is just logs, which mostly is just me printing stuff out, and occasionally an exception for some script. There's a chance that there was an error here because I gave a nil value for the elevation. There's also just some random errors anyways. Oh, interesting. File not found for some of this VTech stuff. Maybe it just wasn't compiled, I don't know. Okay, but in any case, the fire does seem to be working. And we can see that it's like kind of just above the ground here. Just to do a little more testing, I think I will raise this up into the ground, or raise this up into the ground, raise this up into the sky, and then rebuild. Just to see the difference. And then after this, I think I will probably add this to the big map. Okay, we're loaded back in. Wait, okay, yeah, I hit the A key. I loaded back in, and now, yeah, you can see that it's like colliding with an upper part of the map and not at the floor. So that's exactly what I wanted. Gonna go ahead and put that back down and rebuild just so that it's more correct for later. Okay. All right. Actually, I should make sure that Kira is not made any more, I guess, changes on his end. Just because, like I was talking about before, with the merge conflicts stuff, there's just no way to resolve it, basically. And he's pretty new to Git and stuff like that. So I don't want to put the burden on him to try merging stuff. Okay, let's see. While I wait for him to get back to me on that, I'm not sure what would make the most sense to do next. Well, actually, something that would be good to check out. Let me just set this to true. This makes it so that the firewall stops in the middle instead of going all the way over. Oh, and actually, I'll go ahead and this is a spawn. No, that's not a spawn point. I know, actually, oh, whatever. So yeah, basically, when you spawn stuff with Dota mods, you can't actually just place them in the hammer tool. You have to spawn them via code. And so I was thinking, oh, I'll move the spawns from this corner over so that the NPCs don't start in the fire. That's not actually going to work because they're getting spawned by code, and so the coordinates are just hard coded. I'm not basing them off of anything. But they'll probably be fine because like the DPS on the fire is only 1, so it should take at least 1,000 seconds for the firewall to get through all their HP. But I think the next thing to try out then is gonna be to add like animals or other enemies that can be, you know, fought for drops. Because with I had mentioned in the previous devlog that I wanted to like redo a lot of the item stuff so that, you know, the ability of like the component item is the same as one of the abilities for the finish item. And so something I was thinking is that with there being only one dash in the game right now, and that being like the skewer ability from some like kind of rhino looking hero or something, maybe that item ought to be just dropped from something, and just so there can be some of that in every zone, just so it's more accessible. But I think for that, what I'd like to do is have like a wolf or something else that like drops a fang, and fang gives you skewer or something, or a horn, you know. So actually I'm gonna go to the Mod Dota website, because I think I remember seeing something about this. Let's see, we'll cover simple orders for units, spawning a monster. Okay. So it looks like probably just like some pre-done stuff. I know that there's some stuff somewhere for basically like making units. And by that I mean like making their stats. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna... Well, no, I guess CAI testing I don't have. So I'll just copy these 2 lines and see what happens. Oh yeah, good to know that there's a Dota team neutrals. I was kind of wondering about that. I figured there probably was, but anyways, I'll look for Marcy in here just because that's where I'm doing the other spawning code. And I'm just gonna go in here and oops, that's window and restart. I also know that there was some other stuff about like drops somewhere in the Mod Dota tutorial stuff. That's something to look at later. Okay, wait, what is this? Is this a rock? Okay. Not sure what that was. Item bottle is not an item name. Did I get rid of the bottle item? I don't think I did, but I'm not actually seeing any here. Maybe some of my scripts got messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Thinker. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any kind of error stuff. And so this is kind of where I was oh wait, actually, you know what? Maybe they just weren't the right elevation. And you know what? I'm just actually gonna replace one of the mercies with this null assassin thing, because I know that those coordinates are at least good. And so everything else I think should we put on neutrals, should be correct. Okay, so nothing seems to have spawned. Did I skip too far ahead and not actually make the unit it's trying to reference? Okay, it's references, copied some stuff from the holdout examples. You need help making your own units. There's data-driven units, data-driven abilities. So I guess probably the data-driven units is the main thing I'm missing here. There isn't no. Okay, oh. I really wish there was just like some example. Okay, data-driven skeleton. This looks good. So I'm just gonna copy that. Oh wait, no, that's an ability. Alright, this is a spell icon. Target. Okay, yeah, so this is an ability. I guess this is for summoning a skeleton. Key value, skeleton. Huh. I thought there was, okay, so there's base classes, creature, and building. Complete list can be found here. Except that it's not. It's broken link. Like model scale, unit scale. Yeah, I think the thing to do here is to look through one of the other mods. Let's see. That is not the one I wanted. Yeah, the file structure for Dota mods is kind of weird. There's like a game folder and a content folder, but they don't both have the same parent. It's weird. Oh wait, no, I need to look at what was it? Overthrow? Let's it'd probably be in scripts. I should see which file it's telling me to edit here. NPC units.t. Oh wait. Default units are here. I guess this is one of the classes, this like thinker thing. Oh gosh, this is a huge file. Okay, I think I'm just gonna look at the overthrow one. So let's go over here. It's probably an NPC. Yeah, NPC units custom. EXP granter. Oh, these are invisible boxes. I do like the idea of this kobold overboss. No cap attack. Okay, let's see if I can just paste this into my NPCs file. Use unit custom. Oh, there's some kind of dummy unit. So this is basically says import another KV file. Okay. Wait, that's the invisible box though. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. This is stuff left over from well actually no, I'll keep it. That's stuff left over from the what is it called? Like bare bones repository. It's basically a repository that someone put together. I forget who exactly. It has like a bunch of stuff already set up for a Dota mod. It's been useful to me as a starting point, just because the biggest thing it did was save me from having to learn how to link up events and such. Just because I didn't really want to get into that, and this worked out good for me. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I don't like that this creature seems to be some kind of punching bag. But it is at least something. Okay, I think I'm going to comment out the other Marcy. Go back to NPC units custom. So this is Dota creature. It has 5,000 health. I'm gonna change that to 1,000. It says it has no attack. It can only throw coins. I've never played over whatever it's called, overthrow. Yeah, overthrow. So I'm gonna guess this is some kind of like game mode specific thing that just some kind of turret, I guess. Yeah, throw a long coin, vision revealer, treasure revealer. Ooh, basic zombies could be good. It has no abilities, but it does actually have stats. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one instead. Look at the comment too. Ooh, berserk zombie. That could be good later. But for now, I'm gonna do this. And paste. And now it's time to reset the map. Yeah, so something important to note is that if all you change is like code stuff, you can just reset the map and things will work. I think you only need to ever rebuild if the map itself has changed. So like the VMDL file, like basically if you only make edits and things that are not in the hammer, you should be good. Okay. Okay, this is looking more like what I want. And I think it should do the win because the thing that checks for victory. Oh, is it bugging out? Oh, maybe because I can't set a loser because there's no one on the losers team. But the thing that checks for the win condition just happens anytime an entity dies, not just heroes. Which is maybe worth re-examining at some point. But it's probably fine for now. Yeah, what I was noticing too when I was originally setting up the win condition logic is that if all you do is set a winner, it like will stall out for a while. You need to set a bunch of winners and then set a bunch of losers as well, and then I think it works like much faster. Like it'll like instantly do the victory screen once it's done. Okay, anyways, I think there is something on the mod Dota site about drop. Yeah, item drop system. Probably this is what I want to look at. Okay, yeah. So this is suggesting some kind of KV thing. They recommend having a KV file under the scripts to store this and other similar files. Okay, so this is actually an on entity killed thingamajig. And yeah, this is just a bunch of custom logic. Yes, they add chances, multipliers, things like that. So I think what I'm gonna do, just for testing purposes, is just wait, can you just do create item on position? Oh no, you have to create the item first. And okay. Position. Oh, launch loot. Oh, maybe that's what makes it do like the little bounce thing. Right? Okay, okay. I can dig it. So I'm just gonna copy some of this and then go to my, oh, I already have events open. My events thing. Control F. Oh, frame. Or, oh wait. Do I not have the Lua plugin? Is that why things are a little weird? Okay, actually I think it might have crashed previously. Go ahead and restart this. Actually I might need to pause recording real quick to fix this issue because it's saying to install the plugin again. Okay, got that stuff sorted. But anyways. Right, Control F12 just lets you like search by method. Yeah, and kill. Okay, so let's see. All right, and it's gonna add some function. Why is this? Function. I guess drop item on death. No parameters for now, but I'll definitely need them later. Okay. Yeah, so something about this like Lua stuff is that if something's supposed to be global, it doesn't in that color. So item name, now it's local, so it's green. Lua's like super happy to have global variables everywhere, which is kind of nice sometimes and kind of not so nice some other times. But let's see. I also need to pass unit. Okay, and for the launch stuff, I think I don't want it to go quite that far. I'm just gonna change this to 50 and this to 100 for now. And I'm not sure what that parameter is, but maybe it's speed. Okay. So for now, I'm just gonna call drop item on death, and for the item name, what's it? Item. What's a random? It's not quite random, but just any item. Item fist maybe. Then the unit. Wait, where is the unit that got killed? Oh, is that how you get it with this? Wait, this looks like it's duplicated though. And index to H script. We find the entity killer that killed it. Find the entity that was killed. Okay, yeah, so this is killed unit, this is killer unit. Okay, so yeah, this is you know, part of the benefit of using the bare bones stuff is that some stuff has already been done for you. So it's already got the kill unit, so I'm just gonna put that here. Unit. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh, I guess I can't just restart the map. I need to go back to the hammer to start the map because the victory condition was met. And now while that's loading, I'm gonna try and check real quick. Item custom. NPC items custom. Just gonna go to that directory. And I guess it's this. I guess, yeah, metal's another thing that I could just use. So I'm just gonna put that there because I know that should work. In case the other thing doesn't. Okay, and we're just gonna kill you to death. Okay, oh, maybe it stopped because the victory condition. Actually, I think the victory logic happens before that, so I think I actually need 2 entities to be spawned. So I'm just gonna spawn 2 of these guys. Okay. Oops. Yeah, so yeah, the ending logic is pretty up there in terms of where the on entity killed callback is, at least for how I have stuff. I actually had to scroll past the victory logic there, so I wouldn't be surprised if the game just did that. Oh, they're killing each other. Oh, and now because, okay. So instead, is it? Yeah, okay. So instead, I'm gonna have to, I think, revert this change. So there's at least one other like hero unit, basically. And this will have to be good enough. Actually, I should add some printing too, just to make sure this is being called. Print calling drop on death. And then I'll just have print dropping item name. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and clear the consoles too, just in case there's some errors or something. And I'll restart the map. Okay, actually, what has the highest auto attack damage? I feel like it's the rifle. It's one of them. Actually, no, I think it's the fire sword, probably, or the lava sword, whatever it's called. I think it's got this thing. I think that thing should die soon. Okay, cool. So it worked this time. That's neat. I guess time to see if this Marcy will also drop that. Okay, yeah, so it looks like it didn't drop, probably just because again, the victory condition happened. Actually, I do wonder if maybe, is there a chance the item went into the wall previously? I would hope not. Actually, maybe we can try and get the thing kind of up next to a wall and then kill it there and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna need this. Actually, I'll just use. Yeah, I can skewer both of them towards the wall. Oh gosh, I think I might have deleted. Oh, interesting. Okay. It seemed kind of like it went up and like bounced up against the wall, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's like I think related to the bug I found on the other map. Is this okay? Yeah, I think I just pushed the NPC off. Well, I think they also died, so I just can't really tell. Yeah, interesting. I guess you like can't target off the map with skills, which makes sense. But yeah, I think the thing to do is look a little bit more now at the zombie example. Okay, this is actually under heroes. a VMDL. So there's some kind of sound set, some kind of game sounds file. They don't have any abilities, they're kind of just stats, which I think is fine, especially for like the first enemy. Yeah, so now time to, I guess, look in the LSAT browser. So I'm gonna turn Dota stuff back on, gonna put most of these to none. And where is the VMDL stuff? Here it is. Let's see if there's like a wolf. Okay, actually, yeah, there's a couple. I think this Grimwolf might be one of the better options. I suppose that like there was enough variation if it was appropriate enough. Could have like one for each biome. Oh, that's just an idea. And I'm just gonna copy this string over here and replace the one for the Undying Minion. And I think that should just work. But it's time to find out. And I guess something to note is that I don't have stuff set up to do sound. My setup is kind of jank for developing the Dota mod, quite honestly. Okay, so this is kind of a bad sign. It doesn't seem to be attacking. Okay, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab this. Yeah, maybe it just doesn't have an animation for it. I'm gonna push them over. And push you over again. Okay. You're gonna move over here. Because it looks like it is actually dealing damage. Because you can see the HP going down slightly. It just doesn't seem to have an attack animation, which is unfortunate. Although it could be, let's see, sound set, game sounds file. It could be like a pre-caching issue, maybe. I don't see anything here for the zombie for animations. Compact class. Move ground. I'm pretty sure the zombie had like an auto attack, right? I'm just gonna revert that Undying Minion thing and restart. Cause I thought I saw it like kind of like lunge forward and try and like smack a bit. But yeah, it's also entirely possible the wolf just has an idle animation. Yeah, this is like kind of, you know, doing a little punch or something. Okay, so maybe I just need to try and find a different wolf or something. Just try my luck with a different one. Although actually, there's got to be some way to see. So this is actually Undying. Okay, yeah, so this is Undying Minion thing, which is the zombie one. It has 31 references or dependency on other assets. I'm gonna guess that those are animations. Yeah, minion attack, death, run, idle, a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to check out the wolves. This has 10, this has 50, okay. This 51. 7, 5, 7. Okay, I'm going to assume that more animations is more better. And we're just gonna go for this red looking one because I think it just looks a bit more realistic than like the neon green. And load that up. Restart. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that has an attack animation. It seems to just be one. Oh, actually, it's a couple. Looks like it's gonna cycle through them. Okay, I'm going to comment out this one for now and restart because I just want to see what it looks like when it's just following me around. And man, I don't get how streamers do this. It's been like, I don't know, I feel like it's been kind of tiring just to kind of talk about stuff. Oh right, its move speed is slow because it's supposed to be a zombie. Actually, I'm gonna change the move speed real quick. But yeah, I don't know how streamers do it. I'm really feeling it, and I'm not even like talking to a live audience. Movement speed. Oh yeah, so I think right now I have the hero set to universally be like 300 movement speed. So let's try taking this to 250. How about that? And then restart. And, you know, I feel like I could code for like longer. It's only been, I don't know, around an hour probably of this. Okay, no, move fast, move fast. It's certainly. Oh, I'm at 350 actually. That might be why. I do wonder if you can get like outside of its aggro range. That might be hard to tell. With the dude here. I don't know, maybe which one of these has CC? Like this one doesn't. I guess this does stun for just a little bit, but not too long. I think what I really need is like the obsidian shard. Got like a longer range stun thing. Maybe if I left its vision range, it would work. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and crank that up to 300 and restart. Oh, I think I'll also send away the mage dude, just because he's gonna be slow enough that he's kind of just gonna get in the way. I have him here for like debugging purposes, basically. It's just like a minion, more or less. I'm gonna go in this corner. And now the main character is gonna do some stuff. Okay. Yeah, that looks a little better. I feel like it could be twice as fast and the animation would actually look proper. But I'm just gonna go to this corner, let it catch up to me, and then click to this corner. See if maybe I can get out of its sight range. Okay, I guess I'm not fast enough for that. So I think I will go pick up the shard then. And then I'll just stun it. Oop. Game, please. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted. Actually, what is its vision radius? Oh, it's 1,000 units. I think it's the same for Heroes, but I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna move you back down this way. Okay, we're gonna draw you over this way. Oh, interesting. Doesn't collide with minions. Okay. Let me just. I don't know. I'll just echo to do make Mercy Q hit neutral things. No, I'll just do that as a reminder for myself later. I'm gonna guess that since it's an ultimate ability, it's not able to hit minions normally, because this is supposed to be like some kind of squirrel's like ultimate ability or something normally. So I imagine that it's coded so it doesn't hit minions and stuff, just, you know, to make sure it would hit champions basically. Okay, so I might have gotten out of vision range. But, okay, yeah, so it's still following. So I guess it is just kind of omniscient or something. Actually, I can lower its speed a lot. I'm just going to change this to 200 just so it's easier to tell. Because something that I do think would be not great is if the, you know, creeps or whatever can't de-aggro. And if I can't figure that out easily, I might just scrap the idea for now. Because I do think it would be best to not just suddenly be 100% forced to engage with something just because you got a little too close. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for it to catch up. And now just run over this way. Okay, you know, I'm not convinced that I got far enough away. Let's change this to 100 and restart. Although I do think that maybe it's like omniscient or something. Or actually, it could be that the zombies too are supposed to be able to see infinitely or something. Or just chase infinitely. Combat class. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. I grab you. Okay, now I'm gonna run away. And I should be able to get pretty far out. If it doesn't de-aggro from this, it's probably a bigger issue. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna assume that they can't de-aggro, so you kind of just need to deal with it once it has. I guess with that being the case, probably as long as they are slower than the players and maybe don't do too much, it's probably relatively okay. The other thing too would be just making sure there's some kind of visual indicator for like where the aggro range might be, or something. Because you know, I'm tempted at least, you know, before, you know, playtesting and stuff starts, to go with the you can't fix it, feature it approach. Just because it's much less work, and there's still some other stuff to do. But yeah, I still haven't heard back from Kira yet, which, you know, I could just be busy. You know, I don't blame him for that at all. Yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna end this little experiment for now. Maybe I'll do more of it in the future. I will say this is definitely much more tiring, at least for now, than just coding without recording and talking to the audience and whatnot. But you know, if you did enjoy it, definitely leave a comment and let me know. This is experimental, this is extra work, and if, you know, no one's really gonna watch it, I'd be inclined to not continue this. But if people do seem to like it, I think I will make an effort to keep doing this. So definitely let me know. I guess, you know, either way. But anyways, I will see you next time.